Well, the day has arrived, everybody. And what I'm talking about is the Dead Space Remake trailer, official trailer, okay? Finally. We're going to be checking it out. We're going to talk about it at the end after it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait any longer. Let's watch it.
Brace yourselves. I'm gonna smash us into
Oh
the
my
hull.
god. Ooh, this is where the crash. The beginning of the game.
I think it's me. It's all falling apart here.
Hey, Isaac. Coming?
Oh shit, okay. There it is, the USG Eshmar. Woo, look at everything. Oh my god.
Up there!
Oh shit.
This transformation, it's remarkable.
Oh, it looks so sexy. Wow, look at that.
Don't you want to be reunited with the people you lost? Our homecoming will be truly divine.
Damn, it looks so good. Oh, there it is. He's grabbing him. Oh my god.
There's still a way out for us.
Go, Isaac.
But we don't have much time.
Oh, the finale. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is the trailer. That is the freaking trailer, the official trailer for the Dead Space remake, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. But just I'm very excited. I'm actually gonna cry a little bit because, God, I love Dead Space. Again, if you guys don't know, those of you who are watching, Dead Space is my all-time favorite game, my favorite series, my number one. It's up there. And the Isaac Clarke, baby. Nicole is there too. We got the other two. We got Kendra. We got Hammond. And then we got that freaking bastard. What's his? I forget his name, but he's the one that killed Temple. Those of you who have played Dead Space 1, he kills Temple, and I'm sure he'll do it again, which I'm sad to see. I don't want to see that again. I was very sad to find that out. I'm currently uploading and playing, and I have played Dead Space, so be checking out my playthrough. Okay, so I'll be uploading it. I'm almost done with it. I think I'm like around chapter number 7 or 8 currently, but I will be uploading the other parts later on. So stay tuned for that. I'm also playing on Twitch, guys. Follow me on Twitch. I'm playing Dead Space 2 currently, and we'll be going to Dead Space 3, just getting ready for the remake that comes out on the 27th. But let's go back to Dead Space remake. It looks good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about your thoughts on the Dead Space remake. Everything looks so beautiful, so HD, so great, so crisp, so so nice. The outfit itself looks pretty good too. I think this is like the first iteration or first version of the outfit. I guess you could say suit 1. But I can't wait to get like the other suits, different suits. There's going to be different DLC suits, those of you who get certain pre-orders, but as well as different suits in the game. I'm sure there's going to be schematics you can unlock or find throughout the game, right? Throughout the campaign, and as well as level of suits. So you got level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and I think level 5 or level 6 is the max. For suits. So this is definitely the level 1, but I can see level 4 or 5, being looking much better. So I will be discussing about this, and that is the fact of Isaac's look. Completely different. Way different than the Isaac we know and love, at least when it comes to look, right? Obviously, from Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3, he pretty much had a little bit of changes here and there, or at least from 1 and 2, but then 2 and 3 looks pretty much the same. He looks a bit older and whatnot, but it's still the same guy, right? And in Dead Space Remake, he looks completely different. Like, who the hell is this guy, right? You might be asking, like, who's that? That's not Isaac Clarke. That's not the Isaac Clarke I know. But guys, it is a remake, okay? Obviously, you can't be complaining. And there's a lot of people that complain. I mean, there's people complain about everything nowadays. But in this case, I understand, and I would complain, but I understand that the fact that this is a remake. It's a remake, guys. It's not supposed. It's the story and what happens and I guess the outcome also and how it's gonna end and all that stuff. It's gonna be the exact same. The difference is when it comes to certain characters with the way they look and just the way, I guess, also the enemies, right? Like other stuff, looks as well. And in this case, Isaac, our boy, looks different as well as Nicole looks different. I think the only people that look kind of the same or pretty much the same side by side comparison would be Kendra and Hammond. Okay, but I gotta say I can dig it a little bit. Um, to me, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this: put on the helmet, buddy. And as long as I hear Isaac's original actor voice, who played him in Dead Space 2 and 3, he is here in Dead Space Remake. So that is all I need. That is literally all I need. I'm sorry to whoever this is and the who did the face, right? Who they got the face from and everything, right? I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm just saying, for me, just mask on, and once I hear the voice, throughout the game, like little bits and pieces of the voice, right, or his voice lines of Isaac's voice, I'm sold. I'm good. I'm solid. So that is just me. On the other side of the spectrum, or the other side, I guess you could say Isaac's other half, right? In this case, Nicole, because he's gonna be looking for Nicole and everything. She looks, I mean, she looks different, and she looks pretty good too. I gotta say, she doesn't look that bad. She looks way different, obviously, from the remake. You can't compare you can't compare. Sorry, it looks different from the original. Is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, it works. I think it's gonna work still, and it's gonna be cool seeing her definitely in the game, because I did see her in the original as I'm playing the original right now, but we can't really see her face too much though. It isn't until the second game where you really see Nicole, so it's cool. It's gonna be nice seeing her, I guess, fully, like her face and everything in this first game. Okay, so I don't want to go ahead and not avoid this, okay? I said this in the first trailer, I think, or just the gameplay of Dead Space stuff. Completely different. It's a patient dude, or just a patient and just a dude. You see his legs very bit and eaten up. You see the bone, right? He's got the shoes. I think he's got the patient shoes and whatnot. He's got the outfit, or just maybe it could be a nurse, I guess, or I don't know. Point is, he's got yellow hair. He's a blonde. And he's just smashing his head on the freaking wall. But I don't know if it's gonna be the same way or have the same reaction the way the first one did. But we'll see. We'll see it, because this one is a big moment in the first one, and I loved it. I loved it when I first experienced it, and now we're gonna be experiencing it again in the remake. So we'll see how it plays out. There's different moments that happen, small moments in the first game, that I'm curious to see how they'll do that in the remake, because, and also how they're changed when it comes to looks, right? Noises or sound effect and or voices, because some do have voices of them screaming, or some of them are laughing, some of them are scared, and so forth. So I wonder how those will sound. So another thing I want to talk about here, I've seen, or I'm seeing or noticing right now, is I think Isaac's gonna take off his mask or his helmet a lot, because in this part right here, I don't know if you can tell, this is definitely not the beginning, okay? This is later in the story, I think chapter 3, 3 or 4, around there. And you meet up with Hammond, okay? And I love Hammond. I'm a big fan of Hammond. I loved him a lot more than I did Kendra. And if you know the game, if you play the game, then you know why. But, Isaac's put on his helmet right here, okay? So there's two things I want to mention. I think Isaac's gonna be taking off his helmet quite a lot to talk to people. In this case, to talk to Hammond, because the next time we see him take off his helmet again would most likely be here with Hammond. That's the first thing. Okay, so he's gonna be taking off his helmet quite a lot, I think. Especially also when he sees Nicole later, like near the end of the game, like chapter 10 or 9. I think he'll be taking off his helmet again. That's just what I think, right? And then when a certain action starts, or when a crescendo moment starts, or a villain, or sorry, necromorphs start coming in, right? He's gonna quickly put on the helmet again, and then boom, action time. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to say is that I'm noticing is I know this is a trailer, right? I mean, a game trailer usually shows a lot of cutscenes and such and so forth, right? I think this game's gonna have a lot of cutscenes. Because the first game didn't have that many cutscenes, or just quick moments that cut from a cutscene to gameplay, right? It was just all gameplay. For example, certain cutscene. I can tell you a cutscene right now that most likely will be a cutscene. Is a part where we go into a room and we saw the guy that introduced us to the necromorph that doesn't die, just keeps regenerating the body parts, right? The big monster, Frankenstein monster, right? That the guy, that moment when you first see him, or later when you see him and he introduces that Frankenstein monster that he loves and throws at us, right? That was all gameplay. Like, yes, we hear audio, he's talking, but we're literally just standing there. We can walk around and we're still listening to him, but we're not like forced to look at him. We're not seeing what he looks like really, unless we're standing in front of him, like scoped in or just aiming in, right? We could be looking around, looting and stuff like that in the room, right? But I think in the remake, you're not gonna be able to do that. I feel like in the remake, you're gonna be stuck in a cutscene. Like you walk into a room and click. It's good. It's not gonna load the cutscene. It's gonna go straight into a cutscene, you know. And then once the cutscene is done, it'll go straight into the gameplay, like most games do nowadays. Yeah, a lot of games do that nowadays. So, because that's a really old style, like Dead Space 1 back in '08, that's an old style. The new style nowadays goes from cutscene to gameplay. I think that's like the new style right now, or just the current style, right? So yeah, I think the remake's gonna do that quite a lot, especially or just moments where we're like he's talking to Nicole. For example, I can definitely see that one where he's talking to Nicole and Nicole's helping him out, and they're both exchanging words. They'll probably most likely be talking because it's Nicole and Isaac. Come on, they're together, boyfriend girlfriend, right? And I guess at a certain point she's gonna be stop talking, and it's gonna cut straight to the gameplay because then necromorphs will start coming out, and then you have to start attacking. So I think that one is a good example of another moment where it's gonna be a cutscene completely, and then it's gonna go straight into the gameplay. It's not gonna just be pure gameplay where we're just standing there and then we just look at her and she turns around and that's just all gameplay, right? But we're actually gonna see cutscenes. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I think it'll mesh well with the entire experience of the Dead Space remake on this end, and it's gonna be cool.
Our homecoming will be.
I am going to love seeing every detail of the necromorph. So if you guys have not seen it, go check out my playthrough from the beginning of Dead Space 1. I'm currently doing that right now in the channel. But I love the detail. I love the details in the necromorphs and the way they did it in '08. And I'm very excited to be checking out the new details, just the details, the way they did it in this remake. And it's going to look obviously a lot better, right? And again, this is a necromorph already transformed, and you can see the nasty. It's very nasty, okay? And you can see the little, little hands right there on the tummy area, just it's all nasty. I can't wait to see all that again in the remake, especially not just these regular necromorphs, these different types or these different looking necromorphs, but definitely all of the other ones, the different variations of necromorphs that's going to be present in the game. The fact that this game's going to be super detailed, and again, that's going to help the game out a lot and flesh out a lot of certain sceneries in the game, a lot of the setting, and it's just going to flesh it out a lot better, and I'm very excited. But some necromorphs that we just saw in the trailer, right, look really good. The ones that move super duper fast look really badass, and they did such a good job with that one. The speed freaks, I don't know what they're called, right? But those look really cool, and especially the necromorph that grabs and pulls Isaac too. Oh, it's gonna be all these good moments are gonna be super duper awesome. And this one right here is at the moment at the very end of the game. If you guys know, this is the very end, right? And just look at the amount of detail of the whole area. I mean, when I was there, I literally looked around and stood there watching everything and spectating everything, just getting a good view of everything, right? And it did not look this detailed. And definitely going in the remake, I'm definitely gonna be looking at every single thing and just bridge, the doors, the sun, it's just everything inside the building, outside the building, especially in certain rooms. And in this case, he's outside already, and he's about to put what you don't see here is the marker. Where is the marker? I have no idea, but he's probably gonna drag it in and put it there. But again, this whole part's gonna be most likely another cutscene, and it's gonna be so cool. So final thoughts here, ladies and gentlemen, is the I just like the just grand scale that this game had, even for an OA, going back to the original, the grand scale of it. When you start the game right here, like literally right here in this little scene right here, right, you look around and you're just in a big giant ship. It's insane, and it's wild to think where you are and how you traverse throughout the ship, how massive the ship is, the USG Ishimura, right? And in this one, we're going to be seeing it again, experiencing that big grand scale of big ass ship, right? That is the Ishimura, the USG Ishimura. And one great feature there, and that is the detail, okay? The amount of textures, the detail, the amount of detail, and just to stick with add that with the grand scale of things and how big this whole ship is and how awesome everything looks. It's like you have a new pair of eyes. You know, you're getting a new pair of eyes, a new set of eyes here by checking everything out like brand new, and it's gonna be awesome to just look around and see everything like if it was brand new, because it's gonna look so good. And especially when you're outside, or certain rooms and whatnot might be bigger, might be smaller, but again the amount of detail of every room that you'll be walking in and going through and all that stuff, like hallways, right? And the smoke and the necromorphs and the amount of craziness, and whether if it's the detail in the blood around the walls, the type of monsters that come out, just everything. And I've been a fan since the beginning, and I cannot wait for this game to release on the 27th of January. So stay tuned, guys, for when the game releases. I will be playing it and we'll be uploading it, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, with that being said, guys, that's it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, a like is always appreciated. Press the like button, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Also, in the description down below is the link to my Twitch. Follow me, guys, when I stream. And again, like I said before, I'm playing the whole series right now on Twitch. So follow me, guys. Check me out there. But yeah, that's it, guys. Take care. Stay amazing. And I'll see y'all with the next video.